sorry, man. I got this video from another content creator. He titled it, but it was nothing about that particular title. He was talking about something else. Okay. But I was thinking about it, and I'm like, most of the people that from what I just like I see on the internet and I knew in person from 10, 15 years ago, most of the people who buy Virginia, most of them, you know, are married or in some type of committed relationship. You know, you find that you crazy, man. I think most people who are in that industry, you know, most of the women that's in that industry, they'll tell you. Most of the time it's guys in sexless marriages, is guys that, and I did the video on a woman who talked about the top 4 or 5, you know, men who sleep around. I mean, who buy cat. We've talked about it. And, you know, a lot of it is guys that have these, you know, sexist marriages, or a lot of the time it's guys who have these little sexual kinky, you know, they can't be sexually liberated in the bedroom the way they want to. You know, it's a lot of guys, you know, sometimes they she's talking about guys who just, you know, flat out, you know, just don't want to hunt for women, just pay for it and they don't have time. But regardless, it's rarely single. It's rarely the majority of guys is buying cat. They in relationships. You know, they got baby mothers, they got wives, they cohabitating with somebody, they got somebody serious. I mean, I've even heard stories about, like, you know, women lending their boyfriend money and them they getting in the hole because they addicted to buying cooch. You know, Kobe talked about his homeboy having an addiction to buying cooch. It becomes addictive. And it becomes addictive to the point where it's like porn. You know, it becomes, you know, a lot of women who sell cooch, it's about the thrill. But for the buyer, it's also about the thrill. It's a mystery. You don't know what you're going to get. It becomes mysterious. You know, and for, you know, but for the majority, most of the single men, they not buying coochie. They're not buying coochie. A lot of them are virgins, and a lot of them are self-focused, or you got some of them that just dealing with women on a name by name, on it just deal, you know, off attraction. Some of them dudes, they got a little motion going on. They might meet a chick at the gym, meet her at the club, meet her at the bar, work with her. Wouldn't prefer that one. Meet her off an app, meet her, you know, chop it up with her. They ain't want to nothing serious. Y'all, you know, want nothing serious. They just kick it like sake, and that's just what it is. It is what it is. Kick it over some sake. My bad. It is what it is. But the majority of the trick market is pretty much, it's probably married men, and you know, most of the guys that go to the strip club are guys that's in relationships. Them the type of dudes that's just tired of the boring, you know, whole activity, being a dad, or, you know, being a husband, and they want to spice it up. A lot of the women, they get them rings, they get married, and they sexually turn off. They got what they wanted. You see it all the time where these women, they get what they wanted. They get the ring and they don't want to be a wife. You know, when you cohabitate with somebody, married or not married, you know, sex, it drops down the priority list. You start talking about, you know, finances. You start talking about how do you learn each other. See, women got an issue, especially you see that with a lot of black women. They have an issue with space. They have an issue with giving men space because they don't trust you. Or you gonna go cheat, or they think you supposed to be their world. You think they think you supposed to be their world. Y'all supposed to do everything together. Like, no, you have your friends, I have my friends. And that's another big reason why a lot of black women struggle to be wives. You know, we talk about sexualization, loyalty, camaraderie, submissiveness, but a lot of times they don't understand men need space. Men need that man cave where they can go drink some Hennessy. And a lot of times, you know, most men, they want that space at home. They want to be able to go into their man cave and just, you know, take a bath and drink a little bit of something or unwind and decompress. And then they'll, after an hour or two, they'll come out, chop it up, help what you need help with. But most women don't understand that. They don't get that. They don't think you deserve no me time because he got me time. He gonna cheat. And a lot of times when a guy try to come home and decompress and be in the house and unwind and chill and just, get that time off, women want, oh, you need to cook. You need to do this. You need to cut the grass. And they start ordering guys around. This is why guys start, saying, well, I'm doing overtime and they start stopping at the bar, stopping at the strip club because they before they come home, because when can they decompress? Where can they unwind? When can they have a good time? And then women open up the doors for them to fuck other bitches like that instead of him coming home, playing the game, shooting pool, or just putting his feet up, watching Sports Center, watching the game. You nagging him as soon as he hit the door. Y'all just don't know how to be wives. Y'all always want to do something. Oh, let's go out here. Let's go here. And sometimes men, especially older, mature men or just mature men, when they get to that age in their 30s, they just want to do nothing. That's what they enjoy doing. They enjoy doing nothing. And, if they ain't got nothing on the agenda, that's very rare. They enjoy sitting at the crib, enjoying the house they paying for, enjoying electricity, enjoying the TV they never get to watch. They just like chilling. That's good enough for them. Ordering some food, cooking some food. They like chilling. Women need to study single men and how single men move. They need to do a study on that. So y'all can actually see how to really add value. And yes, getting him to go out to eat or getting him to go to a trip here and there, that's y'all point. That's y'all point. That is y'all thing. But understanding that he need that decompression time and all that type of stuff, that's very important too. But that's how you end up getting a lot of guys that end up buying pussy. Y'all running them out the house, running them out of relationships. They can't find peace at the house. And that's how you get them gone in just an hour or two when the dude get off work. Probably not even 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, then he in the game. Like, okay, cool. I knocked the little work off. I'm good. Got a little nap or just a little peace time. Okay, let's get it before the game come on. Let's get it before I go to bed. What you need done? This, that, and But that's how a lot of guys get, a lot of guys seeing it. My whole thing, guys cohabitating, guys married, avid pussy buying, straight up and down. They buying it. I seen it all the time, but hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.